This is our four-wheel drive Chinook, and we just drove 700 miles on our way to the biggest off-road party in the world. The problem is, as we were loading this thing up, the engine said no more. We stopped by our boys at LC Engineering and we got every single part to rebuild an engine, and then we came to the only place that we know best, a Harbor Freight parking lot. We have every single tool from Harbor Freight to rebuild an engine: torque wrench, pulley puller, engine stand, engine hoist, everything in between. And we stopped by our boys at LC and we got a decked and honed cylinder block. We have a cylinder head, rocker arms, timing kit, we have rods, we have pistons, we have a freaking crankshaft. We have a ton of work ahead of us. You ready to get this going? Let's do it. Let's get started. All right, first part of assembling an engine is an engine stand. And unfortunately, fortunately, we have one, but it's brand new, so we have to assemble it. There we go, look, we made a picture. We're gonna need some sockets, which we got right here at the Harbor Freight. We definitely brought a few tools. We just didn't bring engine rebuild tools. We literally realized this engine was cooked at 11 p.m. while we were loading up. So yeah, we hadn't really driven it since we took it to Moab, and well, she's rough. We're here now. Lubrication. Oh, she's gonna spin so good. All right. All right, everything's tight.
Wheels.
Oh! Cool. Oh, loosen a little bit. We don't have to adjust it. Okay. Let's get a couple more bolts in the bottom too. That is a nice engine stand.
It is really nice.
We put the bearings in, the main bearings. We're gonna wanna make sure there's absolutely no oil or grease or anything. We don't want those spinning in the main caps. So the main bearings stay stagnant here. The crankshaft spins within. First thing we have to do is get the crankshaft set in here. Luckily, we got everything brand new from LCE, already machined, already checked. Typically, you'd want to use something like Plasti-Gauge to check clearances, but I know LCE is so good at building these Toyota engines that we're not even gonna check. We're just gonna assemble the thing. LCE, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. We want to make sure these stay cap. Then you pull the cap. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and I'm just going through with brake clean on a rag and making sure that everything is perfectly clean before we set anything in there. Now that it's cleaned, set something over it, and we'll check it one more time before we actually throw assembly together. Is that it? Okay. All right, and now we clean off the crankshaft. Well, I guess before we even do that, let's set the main bearings in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks right. Yep, the hole lines up and everything. You got the oil hole there to make sure everything stays. Man, this machine work is so good.
Dude.
Okay, one last one. Now let's put the rag back over it. And we'll start.
What I was thinking, we should have got a couple cans of compressed air.
We have, you know what, actually, that's a great idea, because today's video is actually sponsored by Wolfbox, and we have the Wolfbox air compressor jump starter. So just in case our thing dies or anything, we also have compressed air. Here, I'll show you. So this is the Wolfbox Jump Pack air compressor, and while we're gonna use it to make sure that everything's clean, this has been our daily driver. Go to grab it before we go anywhere, because not only is this thing a jump box, so we leave the keys on these things all the time, but it's also an air compressor. So stuff like the airbags in our Toyota Tundra with our custom Bison camper, or any of these massive tires that we have, this thing is here to fill it up. That our tires, which are only at 41, we should definitely have these load range E, are aired up to 50. Just like that, we have 50 PSI on our tire, and I'll show you guys the awesome jump start feature. We're just gonna unplug the battery out of this because, well, we didn't have a dead battery today, but I'll show you that even with a completely dead battery, this thing has the power to jump start a freaking rock crawler. So even with absolutely no power going to this thing, we're gonna hook up the Wolfbox negative to negative, positive to positive. We're gonna turn on the boost. It's as easy as that. This Wolfbox actually has been a game changer for us. It's so small, it's so light, it's so portable. Not only will it start your car if it's dead, but it'll air up your tires, dust off the engine you're building in a parking lot. So you guys, I can't stress this enough. Go to Wolfbox's website, click the link in the description, support those who support us, grab yourself a jump pack, and yeah, make sure that you have one of these at all times because they are literal lifesavers. Now, let's get back to building this engine. Now that we have the main bearings in the block, we're gonna put the main bearings in here. We're gonna also, let's just make sure, dude, everything is so freaking clean. You want absolutely no oil, absolutely nothing. So this is 1, that's 5. Now, the fun part. I'm kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like kind of terrified. How do you install thrust washers?
I don't know.
1 sec. All right, so this dude on YouTube just kind of put some lathers, a bunch of assembly lube on them and slides them in. First things first, crankshaft assembly lube. Let's do it. Put some on there, slather it everywhere. So before we get any dust on this, let's put old Cranky in. Hold this while I wipe everything down. This one. Set this shaft in there. Okay. So these little notches go to the outside to allow oil to drain.
Need this one open yet too?
And make sure you get every part of that bearing.
Yeah, I did.
Cool. Nice digital torque angle. So it has everything you need for angles. So torque to yield bolts like head studs on Subarus. 76 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna see how she spins.
Oh, butter.
Dude, that is the best spinning engine.
Wow.
Well, all right, so next, I believe we start installing rods and pistons together, and then once those are together, we install the pistons into the crank. So let's go ahead and cover this up again. Sandbox, and this is what we'll be assembling everything on, so that we keep it off of the dirty trailer and on the clean cardboard. We have our rods and we have our pistons here. All right, you guys, just wanted to pop in here and remind you that we do fulfill all of our merchandise right here in-house. We have all this locally made. We have the Old Yodas Never Die back in stock. Need money for old Yodas? The hoodies and t-shirts are back in stock, and we have some new stuff. We have a pretty cool new leather hat patch design. It's a trucker hat, so breathable on the back, you know, on the front, business. Same hat still in stock, and we have a couple of beanies. Jenna's absolutely in love with her red one, and she loves her yellow one. So if any of this suits your fancy, head over to efwfab.com. Grab yourself something. It really helps us and helps us keep this ball rolling. So let's get back to it. There's no real special trick. You just get your rod. So we'll clean it off and we'll put some assembly lube.
Yep.
1, 3, 4. Cool. So those are air drying. Pull out a piston. Pull it out of the bag. These are nice. This engine's gonna be so freaking happy. And actually, after we do this, we're gonna have to gap all our rings. I have done that before. I rebuilt a dirt bike top end, so this isn't completely new for me, but it's pretty new. Make sure it's nice and dry. Brake clean in there. Gonna pull out the wrist pin. We're gonna get some assembly lube. We're gonna put it on our wrist pin. And now, shove the wrist pin in. Now that that's there, you take your keepers, call it a wrist pin keeper. Get some pocket pliers and install. And just like that, we have a piston rod assembly. clear out some serious dough. This one. I did put the other pen in.
So it stops in the right spot.
So it just stops right where it goes.
What's up? Full engine build. It's actually for that.
Yeah, we're building
Yeah.
it for that.
Hell yeah.
Number 4 lost compression on the way up to Hammers.
Yeah, we saw you guys freaking on your way out there last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I watched you guys come back into town this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
We had to get some parts, a couple things. We got cylinder head, we got rocker arms. We just got done putting the main bearings in the crank.
Yeah, dude, come
Here,
check it
come
out.
on in. I've never rebuilt an engine before, so we're looking it up on YouTube. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a 40 over. It should be pretty good ripper.
This is out of, you pulled that?
No.
Well, no, we're gonna do that when we.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they'd appreciate the engine hoist out.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're already pushing limitations here, but we'll get to that when we get there. We need to build the engine first.
Yeah, we were already supposed to be where we're supposed to be going.
Yeah, so we're
we'll be
on.
out there next week. That's what
Hammers?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I work in Kingman, but I live here, so we're getting everything ready to go
Sick.
Yeah.
tonight, and then we're leaving Thursday when I get back to town.
Heck
What do
yeah,
you got?
It's an 85 Toyota pickup.
Hell yeah! I just sold my 85 400, but I just bought another 85 400. This is her 81. That's our Chinook. She has an 04 V8 400. This is a supercharged 5.7. We Toyota.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I got Toyota right here.
Oh,
That's
hell
Gotta keep that thing on me. Get back
we'll
to
let
it.
you get to it.
Hell yeah,
look for us
guys.
out there, dude.
It was
Will
awesome
do.
meeting you guys.
Watching that thing.
Yes, sir.
Well, we got our first stopper buyer.
All right, so per the internet, the minimum gap tolerance must be observed to prevent rings from butting together as they expand. Minimum is 0.0035 gap per inch of cylinder diameter. Standard bore is 92.013. After talking to people much smarter than me, I think we got it figured out. And now I have the clearances, but there's a math formula that I should use to get the clearances of the new oversized bore. This is 93 millimeter instead of 92 millimeter. We need to do some multiplication, division, and a whole bunch of math and geometry and stuff that's above my pay grade. Figure out what that is. But I made some calls to people who are much smarter than me, and hopefully they have it back. So what we need to do first, you get our top ring. We put one, you make sure there's no sharp edges because we're gonna be putting this in the cylinder. You put this right in the cylinder, just like so. You get the feeler gauges. We have 0.13, this is 13 millimeter. Hang on, I don't know if we're doing millimeter. No, so we need, there we go, 33 millimeter. And you check, it slides in. This one slides in perfect, holy smokes. Well, let's check that it's not, I mean, we're gonna use these. We're not gonna take any off that one, that's for sure. We got 0.014. Okay, let's check 0.015. We're good, I read it wrong. We do want 0.016, which is what we're at. For the bore we have, that is just about perfect. So we don't even need to do anything to that ring. Let's check the next one. Once we have these appropriately gapped to each cylinder, we make sure they stay for that cylinder. All right, that one's good, that one's good. All right, those are all good. We don't have to do anything. Cool. That's very rare. Usually you have to grind these a little bit. Let's just make sure none of them are too big. But if they are, we're just gonna have to re-ring it later because it's Sunday. And we were lucky we got these rings on Saturday. Let's check the next set of rings. We can pull these out.
Keep them in order.
Yeah, so we'll just put them boom, 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 boom. All right, now we'll check the second rings. Get our handy dandy piston. And check gaps again. We're gonna just check the same gap. Good, good. Put that with 2, 3, 4. Now, definitely have a little bit of a loose tolerance there. We're like .018 instead of .014, .015, that's fine. You definitely would rather it just a little loose than a little tight, and that's not anything insane. So if anything, it might be about like 4 pounds of compression in each cylinder. But this should be a hopped up motor, so we're back to like square one. And square one is 100 times better than the freaking rusty engine that we have in there now. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the oil rings, just to confirm that the oil rings are also where they want to be and not too tight, because I'm assuming they're all gonna be just a little bit loose. So these, we're gonna have to do, these are top and bottom one of these over the oil skirt.
Okay.
So one at a time. Now this one is quite a bit looser than the other ones. I think it called for, again, I'm just using internet forums. Max is .039 for the oil rings. We only have .019.
Yeah.
So we're half of the max for acceptable tolerance for
we're
that.
chilling.
I ain't tripping at all. See what we got, see what we got. Cool, we're right there. We'll just confirm them all. Yep. All right, so put each one of those with their respective. We'll check the other ones. And basically, since they've all been big, I'm not really worried about it, but if one, for whatever reason, is small, that would really be pretty catastrophic. So even though I'm almost certain they're all good, you just want to triple check. All right, so yeah, internet says we're good. You don't actually gap the wavy oil ring part. So we're just gonna now start assembling all of these rings onto the pistons, and when we're all done with the rings on the pistons, we'll look up how far offset you're supposed to offset the actual, the end of it. Because if you have all of your gap in one place, it's just gonna have a place of escape, essentially, for all the compression. So you offset those a certain amount depending on your engine or the engine builder, and we're gonna make sure we adhere to the internet specifications. And when we're ready to put these in, we'll be back. Woo! So up, that means up this way, right? Just kidding.
No.
All right, lift it up. Go ahead. Up is up. And we'll leave this one here to designate that's where it goes. I guess we can just start pulling from that way. So this is number 1 cylinder engine that way. All right, wait, dude. The skirt needs to go towards the top, right? Do I have this backwards? I have this oil ring on backwards. Cause right?
Yeah.
That goes the other way. Turn that around. On these, I don't know, wiper thingamajiggers, one side has a ridge and the 2 rings actually go and push this into its area. So you cannot just put that one on. All right, yeah, that looks way better. We did have it in backwards. All right, that's one. That's all done. Now I think what we do is we put the rod bearings on the rods and get ready to put that in here. I think that's the next step. Sounds right.
Yeah.
We need to clean that bearing surface because we don't want it spinning on there. We want to make sure that stays super happy. So let's just start with 4. So as far as tech article goes, LC Engineering has a ton of them. And this one has a piston and rod orientation in which 3 of ours are backwards. So we have to pull these wrist pin keepers and flip the piston 180. I was actually looking up the ring orientation, and we have this mark on the piston that lines up with these on the rod, and that all goes facing towards the front of the engine. Number 4, we want the top ring to have its gap over here. We want the next ring to have its gap 180 from that one. Slide rail to be over here, which is good, and the bottom one to be 180 of that. So can you try and hold this top slide rail, see it? I'm just gonna try and spin the bottom one, yep.
Grab the top one, did it not?
All right, there we go. So front engine, upper, lower, top, bottom. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, you wanna get the, all right, let's check that. This is a piston ring compressor, so these won't fit in there right now. We have to get them all tight to the piston so that when it goes in, it actually expands, or it like contracts all those rings that we just put on, and they are tight against the cylinder wall. Yep. And now this is where assembly lube comes in. On here. Maybe we should have just put it on the crank. Okay, that there, but we'll see. And you're just very...
Here, I can see it where it's caught up. It's right here where it's caught up.
So let's try and...
Push it in with the pick.
Yeah. Sometimes things need modified. This is what needs modified today.
Yeah, I think we tried it upside down. Oops, this got all.
Yeah, it has to come back around that. Let's try.
I think so, dude. I think we just figured it out. We got this.
I think this side's gonna be looser, bro.
I don't know, we'll have to try it, dude.
We're trying. Will you hit on it? Just barely. Very gently. Oh, we did it! Yes, we did it! Yeah! We got it in! Oh, we did it. For those of you who don't know, my beautiful wife is behind the camera, and she is the whole reason we were able to do this, and you get the great documentation of the whole thing. Anywho, all right, front of engine. Just gonna get them snug for now. Is our harmonic balancer pulley. Oh yeah. We need to assemble it. Okay, so got that started nice. Let's try. Oh, dude, the twist method. The twist of the thing. That's what it is, dude, because it gets all caught up, and when you twist it, it moves the ring around.
Yeah, exactly. It grabs one side and twists it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Awesome. All right. Oh, we don't have any lube on the cylinder walls. Okay. Is it easier now? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, just like that, we have an assembled bottom end. I think on that note, we should put rags everywhere and grab some tacos from Chivo's Tacos.
Let's do it.
Taco joint right next to Harbor Freight. Taco time, and we'll clean up. All right. We've now had a delicious lunch with tacos and stuff, and now we're going to torque all our rod bolts. Torque specs on LCE's website listed as 46 foot-pounds. All right, that is torqued. Now we can put the oil pickup tube gasket, new hardware. Let's get, do we have one longer than this? So, these rod bolts are too tight. But they're not. So it's spinning, just took a little bit to crack it. I just don't know how much it should have. So from what I can tell, freshly assembled engines can be hard to turn over. As long as they do turn over, shouldn't be scared, and we're gonna send it. I've read like 4 forums now. We're gonna crank this deck down to 46 foot-pounds, and it's good, I'm telling you. All right.
I say we leave it right there.
Yeah, just gonna call that good. All right, now that we have everything sorted and it's spinning, we're gonna put the rear main seal on and get ready to start moving to the timing cover, the timing kit, put the cylinder head on, the camshaft, the rocker arms. We have a lot to do. It's already 3 in the afternoon, 3:30, and we're trying to leave here tonight. So we may be building some of this in the dark, but that's okay. This is a brand new rocker assembly. It will go on.
Other way, turn around.
You sure?
Yeah, look at the length of those.
Don't, you know what? Don't sass me.
I was just helping.
So all these need to go on top of all those valves. So let's get the cam on first. So I'll go get the cam. So this is actually something we were saving for another project, but we're here today.
You're gonna need a 10 or 12.
And this is a what we're supposed to lube, but I'm just gonna lube it all. Next. All right, set her in there, real nice. Is that the first one?
Yeah, I
Promise?
Yes.
Sweet. All right, so this is aluminum too.
Other way.
You sure?
No, that's the right way. You got it this time.
Like bug. Anti-seize that was included with the head bolts. We're going to put a little bit on each one. It also acts as a little bit of a lubricant for the head bolts so you get a proper torque to yield. We're going to need to put it all over.
Sorry.
Just set them in there. All right, yep, straight up with that. And I will take our goo that's everywhere and put it all over every single one. Around these parts, right? Nice. No, dude, don't fire me. Leave it. Working down your head, you're going to want to go in a 3-stage pattern. For us, it's 3. For you, it might be totally different. Sometimes they require different torque specs. Sometimes they require different angles. Ours is 58 foot-pounds in 3 steps. So we're gonna go 20, 40, 58. The 20 first, 20, 20. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we put a ton of assembly lube in between the cylinder head bolt and the rocker arm, and that just keeps everything happy. 40. All right, and now 58 foot-pounds. We have a nearly assembled long block.
Oh, dude, it's so exciting.
Now we can start messing with the timing kit. Yeah, so this is set at top dead center, so that's good. We need to get the cam gear, which is this, on. Goes on like this. Okay, and we need to spin this to where that is straight up and down. Here, we'll get the timing chain itself, and that'll help us spin it. And this is the upgraded dual row timing chain. So this has 2 rows of timing gears. A little more resistance, a lot more reliability. Timing chain breaks, well, it's not gonna, because there's 2 rows. So this, we wanna, I'll twist this while you twist that. I'm gonna go that way. Okay. We're stubborn, and we're close. Boom, dude. About what we need right there. So now we pull this off.
Oh no.
What? Oh, dude, that's just the head gasket. That mainly just keeps oil in. How did we do that?
The chain.
The chain did that?
Yeah.
Just now?
Yeah.
So what we can do, all this is yeah, so let's get that razor blade, we'll cut it off, and then we just put RTV there. Yeah, it's less than ideal, but I'm not gonna redo the head gasket torque settings. So. So these timing guides are the upgraded metal timing guides. The 22R and 22RE came with plastic guides. They're notorious for breaking. Then it slaps a hole in your timing cover. Then you think you have a blown head gasket because coolant gets into your oil, but it's actually just your timing cover with a hole in it from your plastic guides breaking. So these are the metal ones, and we have the tensioner to go with this entire kit. All of this is available at LC Engineering, and yeah, they're the go-to for all of your Toyota parts. Now that that is on, we can get 2 more bolts that I actually bought these at the hardware store. I was supposed to have all these, but you know. And some blue Loctite. All right, Alex is over there pulling the valve cover off of the Chinook over there. And I am getting ready to put the timing cover on this engine. So this is the timing cover. This part of the timing cover is the oil pump, and this is the water pump. The water pump is belt driven, and as the belt spins, it spins the water pump. This is also the fan pulley. That's where the fan pulley mounts. It is actually driven right from this. These little Woodruff keys key into this thing and make it spin round and round and pump oil. So both of these are obviously super key components to making the engine run and keeping it running. Get this.
Just checking out what you guys are doing.
Oh, we're doing cool stuff over here.
Yeah, dude, that's what we do, man. I did bring these bolts.
Yeah.
Thought about this part. I did.
How many horses?
We'll be lucky to see 100.
It's for rock bottom.
Yeah, it's an old Toyota motor. We're getting close. Like real close. Yeah, we have all our plugs in. We're gonna grab a 10, a 12, and a 14 so we can pull off this, that, and then the crank pulley. Pull that belt off. Oh. Yeah, here's the piece, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, so we don't have this.
We have it now.
Well, we didn't have this. This splines in to the crankshaft and then drives the oil pump. So we just started it with no oil.
We also got a better pulley out of it.
Yeah, we're gonna use that pulley too. The other one's sad. There we go. So since we have the dual row, this is a single row timing kit crank pulley for the oil pump. We need to cut off the difference between the dual row and the single row gears. We have a single row here.
Chain link.
Exactly, that's what we're basically gonna do. So we need to cut off about that much. Gonna use this tape as a marker. And we're gonna start by cutting. Look good to everyone? The fun is the nightmare at chocolate.
Money.
Oh, buddy.
Money.
All right, sick. We did it.
We did it.
Sick.
Hey, when I went home, I did look at your like videos on YouTube. Did you really find a drive shaft at like AutoZone?
Bro, in stock.
No way.
Way, bro. I was as blown away as you are.
Lotto ticket. Dude.
It was O'Reilly's actually. So what happened, O'Reilly's in our town just opened the like mega hub. Whoa, dude, on the way. Caliper on that one.
Oh yeah.
That was a whole fiasco in itself. Did we set the other?
No, we need to go 180 and set the rest.
So we need to go 180 now.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, dude. Hey, if you want, we take pepperoni. Woo, yes. Buddy. That's pretty good, dude. It's not perfect, but let's cool it off real quick.
Here's your pepperoni, sir.
Bro, I was kidding.
I wasn't.
Dude,
Told you I got you.
you're a legend, bro. I appreciate the hell out of it. Hey, thank you. Bro, you the band. I appreciate it so much, dude.
Check it out.
You made our night. Thank you so much, sir. Dude, this is where it was supposed to be. Cool, we cut off twice, but we had to take about that much plus about...
The other one away.
Oh, the other one's in the trash can. That much plus the other one, and you get the proper one. If you're going from single row to dual row, and you don't have the proper gear. You probably should have it machined so it's perfectly flat, but our machine today is me. So we're gonna set it to top dead center. Right there. We're gonna set this to the number 1 location. We need a screwdriver. We're gonna need to buy a timing light before we go out. 8. And now, clean off our shaft. Come on now. I don't know if that's still set to 1. Let's see. So 1 is right there. Okay, so that thing is pointed. All right, yeah, we're good. Distributor is stabbed. Hell yeah, it is. We're gonna have the engine fully built, assembled, freaking valve cover on, oil pan on, the distributors on. We're just gonna have accessories to change over basically. It's gonna be so chill. That's an engine. That is a freaking engine. All right, and just like that, we have an assembled long block, rebuilt bottom end, new rods, pistons, bearings, brand new camshaft, brand new rocker assembly, everything assembled, timing kit, front main seal, rear main seal. We have this thing timed in the distributor in, and I think with as many people who have been telling people about us in the parking lot, we've worn out our stay here at Harbor Freight in Lake Havasu City. So with all that being said, I cannot say thank you enough to LC Engineering for opening their doors and letting us get all these parts on a Saturday and then more parts on a Sunday. You especially, Josh, you the man. If you guys need anything 22R, 22RE, or Toyota related, LC Engineering carries a slew of parts. This would not have been possible without them. LC Engineering is an amazing company. I've been using them for over a decade now, which is crazy to say that I've been buying parts for Toyotas for over a decade. But they've been selling parts for Toyotas for 40 years, 41 years is 2026, so that's insane. Yeah.
Their shop is beautiful too.
Their shop
I got
is...
a tour on a Saturday.
Yeah, we did get a quick tour, so we didn't take you with. It was awesome, but we're gonna be coming back on the way through. And yeah, we got this thing cleaned up. We have this thing ready, and we did it. We rebuilt an engine. So to see if this thing runs is a whole nother task. We're gonna have to go to Johnson Valley, California, to King of the Hammers, and we're gonna try and install this thing in the middle of the desert and break it in with a chocolate thunder run. So if you wanna see that, be sure to click the subscribe button. Tell me what else crazy stuff you wanna see from us. Any parking lot builds, any random adventures, whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. And last but not least, if you want some merch, we have merch on the website. We got this. This is the OG Sunraider shirt. Alex has this from way back in the day. We have Built Not Bought, and we have Old Yodas Never Die. We're about to have a restock, so if your size isn't on there, be looking out because we are going to restock the entire website. Sweaters, hoodies, everything, and we have a new design coming soon, which I am so pumped about. Anyway, it's been one heck of a day, and we got to get loaded up and still drive over 3 hours to Johnson Valley tonight after we shower at the Planet Fitness next door. Maybe we should do a Planet Fitness build next. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. We'll see you later.